The colleagues have assured me their questions are going to be very short and to the point, and I would be grateful if you would confirm that you will give short and direct answers.
I will do my utmost, Sir Bernard.
And thank you for the advance copy of the announcement you're going to make in the committee. But without time to scrutinise in any depth, the committee is concerned that it does not wish to be diverted from the questions we've got. And if your announcement is lengthy, I'm afraid it will slightly lengthen the proceedings. I just warn you of that. I'm sorry about that. But if you can keep your questions short, that will help us. Answers short, that will help us.
Of course.
I'll go straight in. The committee is obviously extremely concerned about the issue of your senior advisor. This poll suggests large majority of the public believe that your advisor did break the lockdown rules. How much do you think this has undermined the moral authority of the government with the public at a time when public confidence in the government is so important? Prime Minister, you said on the 24th of May that Dominic Cummings had acted responsibly, legally and with integrity. And that reflects that special advisors are bound by the section on integrity in the Civil Service Code. Why have you not invited the Cabinet Secretary to conduct his own independent inquiry in order to give you independent advice? What advice have you sought from the Cabinet Secretary about compliance with the code and that matter of integrity in the code? Has he had an opportunity to ask his own questions of your senior advisor? Of course, it is unprecedented for a special advisor to have their own press conference in the Rose Garden in Downing Street. How did you consult the Cabinet before agreeing to this? You know, the okay.
uh, uh, uh,
Pete Wishart.
Thank you, and good afternoon, Prime Minister. And it's good to see you in front of the Liaison Committee, and for the first time ever. Can I just start by saying to you, I actually think that you've been quite brave in the way that you've been prepared to sacrifice the credibility and popularity of your own government just to stand by your man. You've done something I've never seen done in the 20 years I've been in the House. You've somehow managed to unite a nation in condemnation and indignation over your handling of Mr. Cummings. And as the chairman alluded, 80% of the British public now think Dominic Cummings broke the rules. 63% said you should sack him. But the most worrying thing, Prime Minister, is 65% say his conduct makes it less likely that the public will now follow lockdown rules. Surely, Prime Minister, surely no man is more important than keeping this nation safe.
Um, uh, 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 and uh, I, uh,
Prime Minister, have you had a look at your inbox? My inbox, like MPs across the UK, is filled with people listing their sacrifices to follow the instructions that you set. I've had constituents who haven't been able to see their grandchildren and families for months. People not being able to visit dying relatives or attend funerals. You know what this looks like to them? One rule for those at the heart of government and another rule for everyone else. He won't say sorry. Will you say sorry on his behalf?
uh, 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 uh,
Point blank, Pete Wishart.
But this is just growing and growing, Prime Minister. The anger is reaching fever pitch. Writing this out just looks like petulant defiance. It's almost like you're now goading the nation. You know that eventually you will have to let him go. Why don't you now just get on with it?
Anything to add, Prime Minister?
Pete, thank you so much for your point. I consider that to be, very, it's a valuable piece of you're making a political point and a piece of political advice. I consider that this government, what this government needs to do is focus. I don't on the needs of the nation, on sorting out this problem, and on getting our message across, and that's what we're going to do.
Stephen Crabb. You're muted.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister. You talk about the enormous national effort. You talk about the nation. But how frustrating for you is it that you, as the UK Prime Minister during this enormous peacetime crisis, the fact that we've not been able to act as one united kingdom with one single set of clear rules, one joined up strategy? Or do you actually think that the variable geometry of a four nations approach actually reflects the strength of the union at this time?
Well, Uh,
Thank you, Prime Minister. So can I ask you that, on that point about collaboration,
One sentence.
how influential were the criticisms of the Scottish and Welsh First Minister about the easing of lockdown rules ahead of your statement on May the 10th? Did they effectively put a break or temper your own instincts to go further? Is that the reason why you gave a more cautious statement on that day? Are they having any influence over the approach that you're taking?
well, uh, 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 um, uh, 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 and I was by the uh, um, uh, as as
Already 4 minutes behind, Prime Minister. Simon Hall.
Thank you, Sir Bernard. Prime Minister, do we not think, given the huge amount of cross-border traffic between the Republic and Northern Ireland, that we need to ensure that we are in as close lockstep as possible with the Republic in order to ensure, as we take our baby steps to release lockdown, that all of the people of the island of Ireland are as safe as possible?
I working relationship with Leo. One in